Everyone, Arlene here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner and my car. Well, I'm feeling a little bit better this morning. I wouldn't say I'm 100% or that I was yesterday. So I barely got through that video yesterday, you guys. Sorry if it seemed a little bit discombobulated, but hopefully today will be better. I'm now on my way to do a little bit of shopping, and then I'm going to meet Chris for lunch at our little Chinese place that we always go to once a week. It's lunch is just awesome there, and the price is even better. So we are watching our weight. I'm watching it get bigger and bigger. No, I'm just kidding. We are watching our weight, and so we try to eat smart. Chinese food is not necessarily the best for us, but we only do it once a week, so we do treat ourselves. But when he retired, we both kind of put on a little bit of tonnage, and now we're trying to get back on a good eating regimen. And don't give me out diet ideas and all that stuff. If you guys are ever interested, by the way, when I was pregnant with my youngest daughter, Candace, I had been on one of those fad diets. I'm not going to name it, but I had been on one of those fad diets, and I was taking a ton of vitamins and drinking those shakes and everything, protein shakes, and little did I know they were very high in vitamin A. And I got pregnant and went right off of that because I didn't feel comfortable being on that and being pregnant. But then I went from that to taking prenatal vitamins, which are also high in vitamin A. Well, I got to be about 5.5 months pregnant, and I had Kristen out on the swing set and just happened to rub my right eye, and out my left eye, I couldn't see the house across the street. I was like, what in the world is that? And I could see above it, below it, on either side of it, but I couldn't see, and it was distance related. I couldn't see the house across the street, but if I put my hand in front of my face and shut my one eye, I couldn't see my hand in front of me. So anyway, I dropped Kristen off with a neighbor and headed to the eye doctor right away. Long story short, and a few hours sitting in a ophthalmologist chair with all of 3 doctors looking at me like, oh my gosh, what is happening to you? And them all telling me they thought I had a brain tumor and thought I might not live long enough to have my child, and that I had to go to Richmond immediately to see a neurosurgeon and have a CAT scan and and I would probably be under the knife before the end of the day. I was like, what the heck is going on? Good Lord, help me. Anyway, it turned out when I got down to the neurosurgeon's office, it turned out that he gave me a neuro exam and said right away, you don't have a brain tumor. I don't know what everybody's talking about. You do not have a brain tumor. But I did have something called pseudotumor cerebri, which means fake brain tumor, and which caused my blind spots in both eyes actually to be enlarged. My optic nerve was swollen. So turns out I had my lifetime supply of vitamin A in my body, and I cannot to this day take vitamins with vitamin A. Now I can eat vitamin A, like carrots and foods that have vitamin A in them. I can eat them like that, but I cannot take them in vitamin form, like a 1 a day or something like that. I can't even do that, or I get little spots in my eyes. Thankfully, your body, your vision and your brain is so smart that it has compensated over the years. My blind spot is still enlarged. It will always be that way, but I don't see it. I have not had one other, one other ill effect from that. The Lord was watching over me, I'm telling you. He had his hand on my shoulder. Sorry. Menopause, what do you do? Jeez. Because they told me I might not live long enough to have Candace. And I'm like, well, what in the world? I said, just make sure that she lives. I don't care about me, but make sure she lives, Anyway, so as I said, I've never had one ill effect from this pseudotumor cerebri. I know a lot of people, or I've read a lot of people, and I know one Facebook friend of mine who really has had a lot of problems with it through the years. Some people have to have shunts put in to drain the spinal fluid. It can be very debilitating. For me, thank the Lord, it wasn't. And as I said, I've never had another ill effect. That doesn't mean that I'm going to go on another fad diet and take things that I'm not sure what I'm taking. So when I do go on it, my whole point to this whole story is when I do go on a diet, excuse me, I'm driving here. When I do go on a diet, I do not do fad diets, and I know how to lose weight. I just change my eating habits and go from there. I don't do anything special. So I just don't want to take the chance because I just don't know how my body or will respond to it, you know? So I just change my eating habits and move my rear, you know, around my neighborhood in a walking fashion. And I can lose weight. It's just menopause, I will say, was really tough for a while, but I think I'm coming out the other side of it. Although I still do get hot flashes and whatever, but I am kind of coming out the other side of it now, and I'm feeling better. So anyway, I thought I would take this opportunity to chat with you guys just a little bit. I don't consider myself necessarily a vlogger, or that I will ever do daily vlogs like this or anything like that. But I thought now and again it might be fun just to tell you a little bit more about myself and my life and what I've been through. I did want to tell you, when I went to the neurosurgeon that day, they did a non-contrasting, for all of you nurses or doctors out there, non-contrasting CAT scan, covered me from head to toe with those heavy, you know, aprons that they put on you to protect the rest of my body and to protect Candace, obviously. And when I was in that CAT scan, if any of you have ever had a CAT scan, as it clunks around your head, my husband is an engineer, and we were the last patient of the day, and that radiologist, bless his heart, had Chris standing there with him going, all clear, all clear, all clear, all clear, until they got all the way around my head and didn't see a brain tumor in there. Then I had to go and have a spinal tap a couple of days later, which came back normal too. So Candace was born 4 months later, healthy as can be, 10 pounds. She's about this big now, but she was 10 pounds when she was born, and had her little fist up by her chin and her knees up to her chest. She was smushed. I'm a big girl, but I don't have I'm not long-waisted. I had to have a cesarean for both of my children. I've had cesareans. You wouldn't think that by looking at me, would you? Yeah, I had cesareans. So anyway, I'm on a back road here, kind of going the back way into town, because sometimes the other way on the bigger highway is kind of busy and congested. So hopefully you're not getting too dizzy. We're on my way to AC Moore and Hobby Lobby. I'm looking for some ribbon. I had that one burlap ribbon with the lacy pink on it, and I have one bolt of burlap with a pink on it, a light pink on it, but I was thinking I would like to make 2 bows for on my mantle, because I think I'm going to take one of those egg garlands. I'm going to pick one more of those, or 2 more of those maybe, from Hobby Lobby, and because I thought I would put those in with my pip berries. How cute would that be on my mantle? So I thought I would do that, but I wanted 2 bows different than what I have hanging there, more Eastery, or at least to bring in a little bit of pink. So I'm going to see what I can find. AC Moore, I have not taken y'all into AC Moore yet, but AC Moore has some nice things. We don't have a very big one here, so I'll show it to you real quick. But they do have ribbons sometimes, like the seasonal ribbons. So, four-way stop here. So I do sometimes find some ribbon in there, and who knows, they might have some pretty Easter stuff, so we'll see. And then I'm going to hop on over to Hobby Lobby, which is right across the road from AC Moore, and go and get those egg garlands. And their flowers are 50% off this week, so I'm going to be looking for some light green flowers to add into the dining room lantern centerpiece, because I want to bring the color of that tablecloth into that. And I don't know, write myself a little list. So see what I can find in there, all on sale, of course. I really do not need to add to the amount of money that I've spent this season, but just these few other things will help me to pull everything together and help me to start decorating. I'm going to turn my camera off a little bit here until I get to AC Moore, and I'll be back when we're walking in there. Seconds for you guys. So I'm pulling in here to the AC Moore parking lot. I'm gonna find me a parking place, and I'm going to head on in and look for that ribbon and just take a peek at their Easter stuff. So I'm gonna look at their Easter stuff, and I might peruse around the store just a little bit for you guys. It's really not that big of a deal. This store is nothing real special. It's not my favorite store. Alright, here we go. AC Moore. Look at all this stuff out here. Ooh, it's windy. Sorry for the wind if it's in the front of the phone there. Got all kinds of baskets and flowers and windmills. A windmill? Good day to have it out here. Hanging silk flowers. Oh, look at those though. They're pretty. Chris just came home last night with a couple of red bird lights from Home Depot. These are pretty though, solar lights. You can grab a basket here. Seasonal stuff is usually right as you walk in the door here. Okay, very interesting. And there was music playing in there, so I'm not going to take a chance that my video gets muted. So I just do not stay in here very long, to be quite honest with you guys. I do look at some of their Easter things here, and here I am looking at the ribbon and commenting about how I am not finding what I was looking for. That was too bright, and I'm looking for something a little bit more subtle. Look like they've been picked over already a lot. I want to be positive, so I'll just leave it there. And I start heading on out here in just a minute or two. I kind of turn around and say, nope, not going to buy anything. So look at me though. I'm going to take my cart back to where I got it. Because you know what? That drives me crazy. One of my biggest pet peeves in the whole wide world is when people do not return their carts or leave them out in the middle of parking lots and stuff. Just drives me insane. Okie dokie, here we go into my happy place, Hobby Lobby. Here we go. Y'all probably know the store as well as I do by now, don't you? Hey, good girls, how y'all doing? Good. First stop, the flowers. And I am thinking of that centerpiece on my kitchen island. And I wanted to pull in some blue color blue, as a matter of fact. But that's a big fruit and flower. Well then. That'd be cute for summertime. I'm fixing to put all this stuff out. Look at me being nosy. Being nosy. They all know me in here. I wouldn't get in trouble. Alright, they do have these. I'm looking for something just little, just to add a touch. So I think I'll just get a couple of these. I don't ever say that I'm wonderful at a lot of things, but I am pretty good at matching colors. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 of those. Now, I am going to look for a couple of Gerber daisies in the gold. And they should have, looky there. That's what I'm looking for. Buy all 4 of them. But I bet you I'm not going to find what I'm looking for in here anyway. For those bows. Well, they have polka dotted, but that's too fuchsia. I want a soft pink. And I'm not seeing it. They're pretty. How much are these? $5. Pick up a couple of these. I bought that big one last week. How much are these? $17.99 a piece. Good heavens. That's a little much. But it's not what I'm looking for either. It's too bright, if you will. Okay, nabbit. I don't think I could get to... I might have to do an Amazon search and see if I can't find something. I did think about wrapping a set of these lights around that and using that instead of my pip berries around my... Go ahead and get a box of those around my cozy corner. The same of these. I think I will. Give me something for my hutch. I don't have anything for my hutch. Sorry, my phone hiccuped big time there. I just picked up one of those cute little bunnies. I think at this point what I need to do is do the decorating and then see if I have any holes and come back. Now I'm going to use my big luminaires inside my lanterns, but are they on sale? They are on sale, 50% off this week. I was thinking, well, if I could have found the ribbon of lightening up the candles up on the mantle that I have up in those black candle holders. Need about this size. They really don't have a color that I like anyway, so there we go. I don't think that's meant to be. And on the other side, just kind of looking for that color, you know, to match the pink. But they only have one And I don't see anything close. I'll go around the corner here and see if they have those other two candles up there. I could buy pink for up there, but it's really not the pink I'm looking for. I think I'll just leave what I have in there. Oh well, sometimes things just don't go as they're planned in my head. So, hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? That's good. It is a little bit. I think I'm a little warm in my jacket here now. Yeah, it is. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm trying to bring on spring. Cool color. Well, guys, that's it. I am going to the register because you know what? I'm not going to try any longer. So, off to the register I go. Okie dokie, guys, I'm back in my car from Hobby Lobby. I'm not going to do a haul of the items I just purchased when I get home. I think I will just tell you about them when I put them out. Instead, I think I will just upload the video footage of me in the store and you'll see a little bit of what I purchased. Of course, you will have seen it by this point because I'm pulling away from Hobby Lobby now. I'm on my way to the Chinese place to meet Chris for lunch, and he's coming from the house. So, well, this has been fun. Chris rigged me up with a little, I don't even know what it's called. My cousin Stacy got us this for Chris, and it's one of those little spider things that grabs a hold of items, and he's got it all spread out and set up on on the dashboard here, and that thing has not moved. Until next time, you guys take good care. Bye-bye. Well, I'm home, and Chris is downstairs with his nail gun. Look out. But I just wanted to show you real quick. I know I said I wasn't going to do a haul when I got home, and I'm not really. But I just wanted to show you something that I just tried with, and what I'm going to go ahead with these. I'm so glad I found these gold egg garlands. I'm actually thinking of wrapping, check it out, lights around the ones that I'm going to put on the cozy corner over there. I thought, how pretty would it be to wrap, can you see the colors? I don't know if you can see the colors. I have to get back from them, but they're very pretty colors. There we go. And I thought, how pretty would that be to wrap it around, wrap just pastel lights, just for a little whimsy in that corner. But I had to show you what I just did over here, just real quick. Check it out, you guys. My first little bit of decorating. It took me like 2 seconds to do. But how pretty is that going to be in the end? And I'm going to go online and see if I can find me some of that color burlap or that color ribbon that I was not successful at finding today, and make bows to match. Anyway, now that I'm home, and then this, one of these wrapped in those pastel lights, I think is going to go on here with those new pictures and pillows and everything from my haul. All right, so now I will say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye.